The journey of how we met and ultimately became Dr. and Mrs. Herbert Goodman. I met Herb Goodman in this very room at a very low point in my life. I met Deacon Goodman, this is his ministry, and I came to try and get some peace and solitude and just get over that dark place that I was in due to losing my mother. The ministry only meets on the fourth Thursday of the month, and I came in at the fourth session. I was feeling much better. I had been to the women's conference and had gotten a lot of relief and had sort of purged myself. And when I came that week, was prepared to tell Deacon Goodman that I thought, well, maybe I've finally gotten over and I can move on. And at the end of the session, he asked me out to dinner. I hesitated briefly and said yes. Didn't have any reason not to go. He was a gentleman, he was a nice man as far as I could see, and I had no reason to say no.
After the third meeting, when she was here, there was something about her at that time. She seemed very warm and alive, coming not necessarily out of her grief, but certainly to a point where she could talk more fluently and not so much necessarily about how she was feeling at the time. In addition to her being a Christian and a member here at Trinity, it seemed that that was the one thing that I really noticed about her, is how family-oriented and how humble she was. I, too, had experienced a loss the same month that her mom died. I was married at the time, and my wife died about, I think, a week or two before her mom died. But when my wife died, I was able to take it a lot better than I would have had it been my first loss. And because Emmaus Road had helped me so much in terms of being a place where I could go to open and talk with people who understood, people who had walked in my shoes, I had grown immensely by the time I met Pam. I just felt a connection and thought that, hey, maybe this would be an opportunity for me to kind of step out away from my loss as well. And so, nothing really intended, I asked her if she'd like to go out to lunch sometime. And she said yes. We continued to do things together, continued to go out together. And on this past Christmas, while we were out and about and doing what we had been doing since we had known each other, I decided, hey, there's no need in me putting off something that appeared to be inevitable, and that was that we were going to truly be a mate. And so I popped the question on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Christmas Day. And she accepted.
Well, we both knew we were not spring chickens, and we both knew what we wanted in terms of our futures, our lives, the type of person that would fit. God had truly, as far as I'm concerned, stepped in and made this happen. I was nowhere in my wildest dreams thinking of getting married to anyone. And unbeknownst to both of us, it was his plan. I think it was God's plan, not necessarily ours.